Hello and welcome back. We are finally getting to work on Alice again. For that, I wanted to introduce you guys to our new kitten. His name is Honeybee. He's 4 months old. Oh, come back here. Gotta say hello. Gotta learn the drill. We got him as a companion to Baby Bat because she was getting kind of lonely since we no longer have a roommate, so we no longer have the roommate's cat. The roommate's cat didn't like me anyways, so so we adopted Honeybee a couple months ago, a little bit after we moved in, and he is a very mischievous kitten. He gets into trouble a lot, but he and Baby Bat are finally getting along. They can play without her hissing too much. So he may or may not be around in my videos because he does cause a lot more trouble. He is only 4 months old, so he's a baby, which means that he likes to chew on things that he shouldn't chew on. I guess that's how kittens are. Baby Bat was such a good cat. Like from the moment we got her, we never had any issues with her except that she was kind of scared of everything. So this normal kitten behavior is a new experience for us. But this is Honeybee. Can you say hello? Can you say hi? Okay. Anyways, so Honeybee is a little bit more mischievous and trouble causing than Baby Bat, so I usually lock him out so that I don't have to like sit there and babysit while I'm also trying to do stuff. But he's a little bit too ratty for Baby Bat sometimes, so they are working on it. They're like very good when they play, but sometimes he's a little bit too much for her. So he goes outside, plays on his own, and she gets to stay in here with me. Ooh. So getting back to the project, I got over the flu very recently. I had a stomach flu for about a week and a half, so we're going to stick with something easy this time. Rather than working on the skirt or the bodice or anything, those are still getting worked on, so I figured a short and easy project to get me going again would be a good thing. So today we're going to make Alice's headband, and that's mostly like, it looks kind of like a flower crown, but it's more headband shaped, and then it's got a little tiara on it and a bow. Yeah, it's got a lot of components to it, but I really enjoy making headwear, I guess, and like attaching flowers to stuff, so I think this will be fun and will probably not take super long, so hopefully I can get that done today. The general plan is that I'm going to be kind of copying the structure of this thing that I made for my last semester of my master's program. Not like this whole big thing, obviously, that's not going to look right, but the base headband that secures it to it, and then like probably do a smaller crescent up top. That'll give me something really easy to attach the flowers to. I can also add the tiara to it. I haven't decided if I'm going to make the tiara a separate piece yet, or if that's going to be something that is just all in one connected. The like pros for making it a separate piece is then I can use it for other costumes, like if I decide I want to be a fairy or something, then I can use the flower crown without the tiara, or whatever, vice versa. But on the other hand, for the argument of making it all as one piece, it's easier to wear it, like easier to bring it to a convention and then put it on, and I don't have to worry about losing two separate pieces or forgetting one or something, and then it's only one piece to fasten to my head instead of multiple. So not sure yet. We're just gonna go for it. I think probably I'll make the base flower part first and then see if it looks like there's enough space to put the crown with it. So we're gonna decide after I make the flowers probably. For materials, I've got some really stiff wire. This is just, I think it's just millinery wire. So you can just buy that. I'll link all of the supplies in the description. This is just some jewelry wire from Joann's or Michael's, one of the two. Bought a bunch of gems from Fire Mountain Gems, and then I decided that it wasn't enough because I kind of made this purchase in a hurry as we were leaving the last apartment and didn't buy enough materials, so that's great. Past weekend I went and made like an emergency Michael's run, so we've got some stuff here. To connect the wire, I've got these little wire connectors, that's just what they're called, and they kind of slide on and you crimp them on. I'll show you guys how to use those. And lastly is my big bag of flowers. So these are my Alice flowers. I've got more Alice flowers elsewhere. We're just gonna use a lot of flowers on this costume. Cool, that's pretty much it for supplies. If more come up, then you'll see them in the video, and then also I'll link everything in the description so that you guys can make this yourself if you want to. Awesome. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we have our head block here. This is the taped out design that I had from the previous thing that I showed you guys. I'm just going to keep using this one because it makes a pretty good base for the whole crown. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to take this wire and kind of follow this design around, and then make it so that the joins happen when there's not like a turn or anything. We want the joins to be in places where it'll be straight and doesn't need to curve, because these don't curve super well. And I think I'll add a little bit of a bump on top of this line here, just so the flowers have something to sit against. Okay, so the flower part is done. I did the wire base and I wrapped it in ribbon, stitched a comb to it so it can stick into the wig, and then I just stitched a bunch of flowers to it. I still need to put a tiara on it, and I think I'm gonna attach it to this front part here so that, let's see, it sits like this so that the tiara kind of just sits right in front of it, and then it also gets a bow right here, like just a big giant bow, which is kind of silly. I think it'll look nice, and even if it doesn't, I don't know, that's the design. That's where I'm gonna stop for today. I think I'm gonna look at the tiara and give it some thought tonight on what exactly I want to do with it. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. I think that's pretty good for a day's work. I'm taking it easy. We're going slow on this project. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I just spent multiple hours doing this, and the wire that I have is so shitty that it just breaks a lot. So I took the whole thing apart because it just kept falling apart in my hands. So I'm kind of frustrated right now. Thankfully, I bought some thicker wire, so I'm gonna try that out and see how that goes. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I think that I won't be able to just literally tear this wire apart with my bare hands, so that's good. I had a bead casualty. This one lost its hole, so that's not great. I have to figure something out because I had just enough beads for that, and now I don't. All right, well, let's just keep going, I guess.
What do you think, baby bat? Do you like it?
Are we going? Okay. Hello and thank you for watching. I'm crouching down right now so that this is in frame, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like on and not just on a dress form head, mannequin head, whatever. This project took a little bit longer than I thought it would, as projects tend to do, I guess. But I was anticipating this only taking about a day. This took 3 days, not 3 like full days. I'm on day 3. Mostly I just did the bow today, so not too bad. I guess it took a while longer because I ended up having to redo the entire jewelry bit because the wire I was using literally just would fall apart in my hands as I was trying to like twist things into place. So not good. Get a pretty sturdy wire if you're gonna do this because it needs to twist a lot. Let's start with the good things. I think that it looks really good generally, like from far away and like pretty close up, it looks good. I'm really happy with how the flowers turned out. I guess I could have airbrushed the flowers for a little bit more depth, but you know, we're going for speed, so maybe I'll go back and airbrush a little bit in later, but right now I'm just trying to get back into the rhythm of actually getting stuff done ever, so you know. So I think the flowers turned out really well. I'm really happy with the wire frame, which you can't see at all really, but like I know that it's made securely and sturdily, so I'm happy with it. The bow, I ended up making a separate piece just because I don't know, if I ever want to wear this, it's pretty nice on its own. If it had a big honking bow on it, then it's really only useful for Alice. So I made the bow separately just so I can remove it and then wear it like this for maybe another costume, or if I want to do a fairy or something, I don't know. I think the biggest issue that I am having right now with it is that these little tiny beads don't stick up super reliably. They're a little bit wobbly. When I bought them online, I didn't realize that they're the kind of bead that only has a hole through the bottom and not like one going through the pole, if that makes sense. So they're only attached by the bottom, so they are a little bit wobbly. And then the other thing is, I wish I had a cleaner way to attach this at the bottom, because as it is, there's like, you can see the wire wrapping. I'm not sure if you can see it while it's on, probably when I'm wearing like my actual normal hair, but when I'm wearing a wig, it probably isn't going to show because wigs tend to be a little bit more voluminous, I guess. So I think that overall it's pretty okay. There's a couple things I would change if I had more time to like sit and think about it, but as it is, that's where we are and it's done. So you know, that's the important part. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm glad it didn't take any longer than it did. I'm hoping next week that I will be able to get the skirt video up. I'm still working on the beading. It's taking so long. I actually wasn't able to work on much beading while I was still waiting for the studio to be done, just because I didn't have any space large enough for beading. It was cool to see all of the techniques that I learned in my jewelry and like millinery classes from school come together. Obviously this part was a lot of jewelry making skills and like wire jewelry specifically, and then the flower base was a lot of millinery techniques. I mentioned my Hades costume in a previous video, but for that I didn't really know what I was doing. It's not bad, it's pretty secure, but it's not correct. Whereas this one is. This is like actually very secure and sturdy, and I can see where I've improved from the one I made for a class assignment. So yay, progress. Practice makes progress, I guess. I wouldn't say it's perfect, so I'm not gonna say practice makes perfect, but you know, every project is another opportunity to practice and like learn new skills and that kind of stuff, so yay. Okay, that's all I got for today. I'm gonna go back to beading so that I can hopefully get that video out next weekend, and I will see you guys then. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you liked my flower crown, if you are gonna make your own, oh my god, send me your Instagram or something so I can see your flower crowns. I love seeing flower crowns. But also comment, talk to me. Yeah. Oh, and subscribe if you want to see the rest of this costume. Okay, bye guys!